A student veteran comes to the classroom already having experience in areas that professors dream of students having. A veteran comes having worked in a team, knowing what it means to serve in a capacity greater than themselves, and commonly already have leadership skills. The American Council on Education formally recognizes these skills and approves many military trainings as college credit equivalents in leadership. In addition to documentable skills such as college credits, student veterans bring invaluable perspective to the classroom. In a population that is mostly young adults having recently graduated from high school, an individual in their late 20s with a unique perspective shaped by years of additional experience adds an immeasurable degree of diversity to the classroom. The characteristics that shape veterans into outstanding students and members of society come from various experiences. Although, an unfortunate truth of some of these experiences is that they provide additional challenges that student veterans have to, and many times do, overcome on their path to success.
What do you think is the most common health issue student veterans face? The most common issue is for our student veterans is damage to hearing. More than 933,000 veterans receive disability compensation for hearing loss. For a variety of reasons, damage to hearing is spread among veterans from all branches across multiple occupations. Whether the cause be from an IED or working on the flight deck, one thing is shared. It takes courage to have damaged hearing and pursue academia, which is heavily reliant on listening. Noise-induced hearing loss can be caused by a variety of damaging stimuli. It can be from a single instance or prolonged exposures. The physiology behind most hearing loss roots to the injury or death of the hair cells of the inner ear. These are the cells that convert physical sound waves into electrical signals that are sent to the brain to process. Unfortunately, in humans, once these cells are damaged or die, they do not regrow. Symptoms can include distorted or muffled sounds, difficulty understanding others during a conversation, or they may be accompanied with tinnitus. Some common best practices on working with students who have hearing loss include being more visual, such as presenting figures that support the content, speaking clearly, reducing the distance to the student, and using technology such as a microphone and speakers. The best solution is to recommend the student seek assistance from the experts at Disability Resources.
Moral injury is not a new concept, but rather a new term describing an old concept. It is the damage done to one's conscious or moral compass when that person perpetrates, witnesses, or fails to prevent acts that transgress their own moral and ethical values or codes of conduct. This principle, while only recently termed as such, has been portrayed in text as far back as the Odyssey. Symptoms can include shame, guilt, anxiety about consequences, anger, alienation, withdrawal or self-condemnation, self-harming, self-handicapping behaviors such as substance abuse, sabotaging relationships, etc. Due to the recency of identifying moral injury, no succinct treatments have been established by the VA. While there are some overlaps with symptoms of PTS, the VA is very clear that the protocols for treating PTS do not address the complications of moral injury. As each case can be incredibly unique, it is best to seek the help of a professional therapist.
How many veterans do you think have post-traumatic stress, or PTS, also known as PTSD or PTSS? For a moment, imagine what a veteran with PTS looks like. Most Americans believe that approximately half of veterans have PTS. The rate of PTS in an average American population is 7 to 8%. Your guess for the rate of veteran diagnoses? The frequency of PTS in Iraq and Afghanistan campaign veterans is more around 11 to 20%. Not too different from the average American in comparison. Additionally, most Americans associate veterans with PTS as being dangerous, violent, or crazy. This stigma, while being very wrong, makes most veterans afraid of seeking help for issues they may have. Veterans do not want to be considered mentally ill. Post-traumatic stress is caused by a prolonged stress response after experiencing a trauma. Many responses during or after experiencing trauma are completely normal. helping the individual prevent or avoid harm. Some cases may persist longer than physiologically relevant and result in PTS. Symptoms can include re-experiencing the event, avoiding reminders of the trauma, arousal and reactivity to situations similar to the event, and cognition and mood influences. Proper treatment of PTS requires professional treatment to help in the classroom, cessation of stigmatizing PTS, veterans with PTS, combat PTS, and any other such labels is crucial. Veterans with PTS are not weak, broken, or damaged people that need to be handled. These are individuals who went above and beyond and deserve every measure of support as they recover from any experiences.
Traumatic brain injury, or TBI, can occur in varying severities. The causes may be violent blows to the head, penetrating brain tissue, or any other trauma that causes damage to brain tissue. These events can cause bruising, shearing of nerve cells, or bleeding. Ultimately, this causes death of nerve cells, to which the magnitude of loss correlates with severity of symptoms. Symptoms that persist after the initial injury may include being dazed, confused, dizzy, or disoriented, headache, drowsiness, problems with speaking, changes in sleep habits, deficits or abnormalities in sensory perceptions, sensitivity to light or sound, difficulty remembering or concentrating, depression, agitation, anxiety, or mood swings, with other more severe symptoms presenting with more extreme cases. Because TBI is a physical impairment that may result in social or cognitive functional impairments, proper treatment requires multiple professionals. If a student is suspected of suffering from a TBI, it is important to share appropriate professional resources that can help.
Student veterans are individuals who have taken an oath to serve, and in many situations continue to do so with their formal educations. The perspective student veterans bring to the classroom is invaluable. Diversity is about all of us and about us having to figure out how to walk through this world together. The national and international diversity that student veterans bring to their communities is truly unique. The challenges that these students face are just that, challenges, which do not define them. The actions and perseverance of overcoming the challenges faced speaks to the character of those individuals.